Hi everybody, I am Glitchwitch. I'm joined by Demarine2. You jumped into the Randomania Marathon here. We're going to kick things off with a Crystalis randomizer. Demarine, if you want to say hi, that would be super good.
Hi everybody. I'm sure you've heard my voice on this channel before, but I am Demarine2, and I am here to commentate this Crystalis.
Alright. We are not going to delay. We'll just kind of hop right to it because it's 6 o'clock and I should be able to hit that hour 30 estimate. So let's go straight over to the video game and we can start to play some things. You know what? Let me do that and that. Okay. We should be a-okay. Let me go ahead and enter my name here, which we're just going to go with my name because that's just what I use with everything. Which will just be a very simple KAT. But...
And of course, as note to everybody, the world ended in 1997, so if you're watching this, something is wrong.
The world has not ended, we are all still here, and I can't explain what's happening anymore. Thank you for the Lux, Steve Hacks. Okay, I don't need to watch the marathon.
Steve Hacks is one of the developers of the Crystalis randomizer, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, we're on the intermediate flags, so we are shuffling up the key items with the magic. Kind of reduces the chances of running into things like armor and the like, but there are ways around that. So, you know, Kat's good at this, so she'll figure it out.
Hopefully. Since that shop glitch got patched out, it's been a real bear for me. But do you want to count us down?
Yeah, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1...
Alright, and we immediately get that skip so we don't need to watch the intro. Which is my favorite part about this.
Yeah, don't forget to hold right or right and down when you hit OK on your name, otherwise you will be in bad shape.
Let's get a beautiful start with the windmill key.
Also, timer.
Did I not hit start timer? Okay, that should go. This shop doesn't seem very randomized, but it is. Sorry about the timer thing. I could wait like 10 seconds to even it out. It is going now, right?
Yeah, it's running just fine. So Kat starts out on medical herb and warp boots. Thankfully, we get a sword to start, which is good because sometimes in these runs you can go swordless for a while, and then you cannot defend yourself. And also you can't make money, which means you cannot resupply very easily except by opening chests. So starting off on the windmill key means that we are going to access the very first dungeon in the game in just a moment, the Wind Cave.
Yeah, well, we might not go through the Wind Cave, but we're definitely going to open the door. Or no, that's the... Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm right. Or...
Yeah, no, you're right.
You're right, we have access... the sky.
Yeah, we have access to 2 key items to get started here, so it'll...
Intermediate actually has guarantee starting sword on it by default. I was going to mess around with it a little, but I figured I might as well just do what Intermediate says it should do.
Yeah, I think I've been playing Full Shuffle lately, which does not guarantee a sword.
Yeah, Full Shuffle's a lot of fun. I was running a practice seed before this, and it gave me a really, really, really silly layout for everything, so I'm really hoping it gets me something like that too. Just like going to Chiron the legitimate way. Okay, that's a ball of water to start with. That's pretty good. Yeah,
yes, Nectar Tech, this is the very first run of the marathon. Glitchwitch is running Crystalis here. Walks in and out of the door there to make a checkpoint. You'll notice that we have very little health to start this run. We'll level up as time goes on, but getting levels is not easy early on because scaling, you get more experience in the randomizer based upon how many levels you have backed up, or how many key items you have backed up in your inventory, so right now fighting for experience doesn't make a ton of sense, but later on it may.
Yeah, a little bit of money so I can maybe buy some warp boots is always helpful.
Yeah, the price of items in shops goes up over time, but so does the money that you get from enemies. So it ends up being a bit of a trade-off there. That chest is not a key item chest, that's just a consumables chest, so I guess you were looking for supplies there and didn't get any, huh?
Some sort of medical herb or something. But that's good. What we just picked up.
Did we get flight? Oh
Yes,
man, fast flight breaks the world wide open a lot of the time, so we have a lot of options now.
Yeah. We're gonna go visit our good friend Rage right now and see what he has to do for us, and also activate Messia so we can get some key items off the Queen.
Yeah, one of the things the randomizer does is it gives us the option for a wind-water passage, a walk between Leaf and Portoa, which lets us go around the Mount Saber West and Bryn Mawr area, which is part of the vanilla storyline.
It's a prison key. This is a great start.
We're getting a lot of kind of mixed components, but nothing really solid yet. But I guess we're gonna get all the checks in Portoa now.
Oh yeah, we can get our free item because we've got the prison key, so we can get up to the back way of Mount Saber. So we'll get a free something or other.
Yes, Deepak's flight does break the game open. I know we've talked about this in the Discord, which, if you're at all interested in this and you're all have played Crystalis in the past, the randomizer's fantastic, and I really highly recommend that you join the Discord as well. It's pretty great. Matrix out here too. Hi, Matrix.
So that's a ball of wind. No sword for it, but we got a ball.
I mean, Cat, that'll open up... If we get the Sword of Wind, that'll open up Foglamp Cave.
Let's not discuss Foglamp Cave around here. I'll buy a shield.
Yeah, like, the basic stuff is still very cheap, like the Tan Hide and Carapace Shield, so a little bit of extra defense against projectiles isn't going to hurt the cause any. We don't talk about Foglamp Cave, it's kind of a running gag, is because Foglamp Cave is long and awful in that order.
There's only good things inside of it, though.
That's some garbage, and you know it.
Okay, that's some decent things. Wait, what'd I get? Alarm flute and refresh. I missed the refresh thing very briefly.
Yeah. Normally you get the first item off of Athena by because she's also the Queen of Portoa, by going in and out of the door there a couple of times. But if you get access to the Messia cutscene, you'll get both items at the same time.
Here's a fog lamp. Alright, so this is an interesting start with a lot of options afforded to me up here. What's that? Was a fog lamp? That's that one. Okay. So what do we have? Sword of Water. With a ball, I need to uncheck like 1,000 things right now. Zebu, Underground, Dolphin, Athena. Okay. And we've got this. I've got too many things checked on my screen. I'm not looking at a whole lot of green right here. I can fly. I can swim. Well, I'm gonna go get my dolphin. I know it's not the most ideal move, but no, I can fly. Why am I drawing a blank as to where to go here?
I mean, I think the only check that you have right now is Shell Flute. Or, excuse me, is Alarm Flute.
Oh, right. Duh. I keep forgetting that's a thing now.
Yeah. One of the fixes that the dev team put in is that normally Alarm Flute in the vanilla game is an item you buy. And if you forget to buy it from the initial shop, it's a real pain in the tail because, one of the very first checks is the Sleeping Guard at where we just went through on the way to Windmill Cave at the very start. But now it's a key item and gets used twice, once here and then once in the later game to wake up Lazy Kensu in the lighthouse. But that's later, potentially.
Maybe we'll see Kensu, maybe not.
Or lovingly named Brokahana, one or the other.
Alright, now I'm not going to go skip the gentleman that we need to activate, the sleeping guy. Oh good, I'm poisoned. At least I leveled up. I'm gonna do this. Well, I can't save, but... I do have refresh, with no mana.
That's not good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go outside and take a dive or something.
The major thing is that every time we go to an area which is a quote-unquote world map area, like, for example, this outside of Leaf Town, the game checkpoints, so dying is not a big loss.
In this case, it cures poison. And I don't really need the hit points to walk over and get this check.
It's a good check, though, but crabs are really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
What's more annoying, though, is when you don't get the swords that you need to kill certain enemies early on, and then it's just like, you know, on second thought.
Alright, gentlemen, let's wake up. We've got a Sword of Wind, so... why not? We are not going to go be checking Fog Camp, or Fog Lamp Cave right now. Not this second. I do want to see if I can get some... well, that's fine. The birds out of nowhere in this game are a real thing. Okay.
That's fine. That's no time loss. No one noticed anyway. It's fine.
It didn't happen. The stream accidentally rewind for a moment. It's cool.
Places where it's okay to die right after checkpointing. Places where it's bad to die. The middle, the middle of Mount Saber North.
Possibly at the boss, or not the boss, but almost anywhere. Where is town? I'm gonna go buy an herb or two.
Wow, Leafson's pricey.
For real. Alright, we can buy an herb. Buy a... no warp boots, though. Money really means something in this randomizer now. I liked getting everything for free, I'll be completely honest about it.
Start all runs by walking to Portoa through the passageway, getting 4 platinum shields, selling them, using the proceeds to buy your platinum armor, getting a bunch of warp boots.
I like that.
So it really makes things more challenging. I've done some runs in, you know, my runs where it's just like, armor. I mean, I get tan hide, I'm good. We're fine. I'll make do.
That's why I like full shuffle, because you're gonna find armor somewhere. Is it up here, or is it the other door?
This way is vampire. This way.
Alright. There's a chest, like, right here. Oh, gosh, I just want, like, an antidote, or a healing herb, or something.
Treasure chest, I require your strongest lysis plant.
Oh god, let's not remember that run.
That run was awful.
Vampire's being very nice today. He's just letting me whack him with a sword.
This is the first randomizer that we'll see over the course of the weekend where we disrespect a vampire live on your stream for your pleasure, so go away, vampire.
Alright. So this puts us at now Bryn Mawr, which has a lot more checks in it. I'm gonna see if I can get some sort of warp boots, because I always want warp boots.
Yeah, warp boots are a one-use, letting you to jump to any town that you've been in. But again, with the way that item prices scale up, it could be a little bit problematic to stay stocked up on them.
Yeah, I think I saw, where was Ball of Wind? Ball of Wind was, I think it was relatively early.
It was Portoa Passageway.
Okay, I should have given you, like, a spoiler look.
No, that's fine. I'm running a tracker right now. I'm not taking perfect notes, so I don't have notes on everything. You'll notice though that Cat is taking a moment to cross this bridge. She could have flown over the water here to get to here, but if you don't actually walk on that bridge, it doesn't trigger the right side of the water. And that item check doesn't exist if you just fly over the water.
It's a very weird programming thing.
Unless that's been fixed. Ah, that has been fixed, thank goodness. Now we can fly over the water to our heart's content.
Nope. No, I don't want to leave town. let me in your building so I can grab whatever's in your basement. Thank you.
Steve hacks with the technical knowledge that
Fruit of power.
the key item fruit of power that is in the pool.
Okay. At this point, as much as I didn't want to, I'm thinking maybe let's go to Foglamp Cave.
The Crystalis Things We Hate game.
Just need some
But yeah.
money. Some money for the cab fare.
I just want a pair of shoes. But yes, Matrick was explaining earlier that this is not full shuffle, this is just intermediate shuffle. Which means that, again, that key item chests are key items, and non-key item chests are non-key items. So Foglamp Cave, which has 3 non-key items and 1 key item chest, is way less exciting now, because we only care about the one in the back.
Need a little bit more money. Like, ow!
Birds everywhere.
Flying enemies in this game are literally the worst.
There's 2 enemies that are the most annoying in the game. It is birds. Birds and butterflies and all sorts of things which fly. We hate them all.
No ball shuffle yet. I was kind of really thinking about that the other day, about how much it would frustrate me to go to somewhere and then all of a sudden, oh, you don't have this sword to kill this boss.
Yeah, the big thing is that the major 4 bosses all require specific swords, you know. General Kilbasa, or, well, Kelbess is actually the name, requires the wind sword, for example, and Sabera requires the fire sword, Mado is the water sword, and Carmine is the sword of thunder.
Alright.
Spiders are fine, you can fly over them for the most part, and they don't hit that hard. Ball and chain soldiers, though, they can pick off.
Those guys are mildly terrifying in every way. Oh, why am I saving? Stop. Menu.
Cat and I submitted full shuffle to Power Up with Pride, and when we got to the point where we were starting to hear the ball and chain soldiers on the screen, the noise, just the noises we were making.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying. Okay, I need a map for this cave. This cave sucks. This is Portoa Cave 1.
Steve, I hope you're not getting any ideas. Nobody wants to find Mado 2 at the end of Vampire Cave.
I think I want to find Dragon 2 at the end of Vampire Cave. I feel like that would be a positive and uplifting experience for everybody involved.
Yes, Steve, but Dragon Dark is Dragon Dark. He's a special case. we love him to tears,
Ow!
but Ninja Soldier, no. These now rooms are the worst.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Okay. God, this cave is awful. I have a better option than this cave, and I think I'm going to exercise it. And it's the Lysis Plant Cave. I'm not going back there until I have a more reliable way of teleporting.
I don't know, Mr. Smokes. One of the quality of life things that I know that Steve has been working on is cleaning up some of those hitboxes, so it's actually pretty good. Oh, they also end up being vulnerable to random swords too. That would actually be kind of neat.
I kind of like that a lot. That would be a cool idea. Alright, let's not. Let's just not. Wrong sword. Oh gosh. Okay, the other cave is just too long and too annoying, especially if you're gonna go through it. I'm gonna see if there's any sort of useful, like, consumable item over here.
Maybe you'll find armor.
Maybe I will find that. Every single one I've gone for.
You have no luck whatsoever right now.
You know what? That's fine. I'll get eaten by whatever this thing is.
Gonna make that check. Gonna get an arm. No.
Anything that could help me, please, game. Anything.
Want to buy medical herb. Please send help.
Even like, I don't know, an antidote would have been nice instead of just like damage.
At least the Mimic didn't poison you.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mimic should just do a random status effect.
Oh god, that would be awful.
Alright, that's a shield ring. I don't want that. And this took more time to come over here. You know what? I'm gonna keep the shield ring. I earned it.
There's a lot of Mimics. You thought about just resetting out of it?
Yeah, I thought about just dying and reloading, but you know what? I earned that.
Yeah, there are 3 magic rings in the game. There's the shield ring, which is hot flaming garbage. There is the power ring, which is the opposite of hot flaming garbage.
The shield ring does a little bit of work.
I mean, against projectiles, yeah, but... And then there's the warrior ring, which, you know, basically is pretty fantastic, honestly.
Yeah, the warrior ring makes me happy. I've yet to get a seed where you start with it or get it very early.
Yeah. I think Syl and I had a full shuffle yesterday that we were fussing with this, and we got warrior ring as our second item.
Ooh.
And then, of course, I proceeded to try to do power ring strats in the tower instead of warrior ring strats in the tower, and died twice. So,
I've got a little bit of money built up now, so I can do anything. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Bats and birds. Always jerks.
well, you know what they say. If it flies, it dies. Or, wait, if it flies, it kills you.
Let's just hit this in.
But yeah, for anybody who does not know the vanilla game, by the way, Crystalis is a 1990 NES game, so a late-generation NES game done by SNK, which is really interesting, because SNK, back in the day, hadn't done a ton of stuff on console. And so this ended up being sort of a very interesting game, and actually a really good... I mean, I want to call it a Zelda-like, but like I think that really sells it short in a way.
Yeah, it does. It's a very different experience from Zelda. And I am taking this boat so I can conserve mana. I don't want to lose all of my mana trying to cross this river, so I can maybe do some cool things. Shut. Plus, I really like this dolphin.
The dolphin is rad.
Let's go to Joel. Not Joel. Swan? I am going the wrong way for Swan.
Joel's the southern town, Swan's the northern town.
Yep. What do we have?
You see, dolphin is super nice, tells you to take care.
That's my favorite touch. It's just it's saying goodbye after everything. Alright. Don't have glasses. Cannot save. No. What walls are in the underground channel?
Wind walls.
Wind walls? I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that legitimately. Further up or further down? There it is. Nope, that's a wall. Goodbye, dolphin. I want...
We love you, dolphin.
This is... Evil Spirit Island Key.
The nice thing about having flight is that it makes navigating a lot of these dungeons a lot easier. If you've played the vanilla game, you know that you've got to wander around with the Sword of Water and make bridges over the rivers with the ice and use the Sword of Wind to break through the walls and things, and we're going to ignore at least the water half of that. And at the end of this, there's a pit with a moving platform over it. We're probably going to ignore that too.
Oh yeah, I would say we're ignoring that. I don't know why I'm feeling so lost. I've hit a point where I'm comfortable with these maps, but now I'm just they all kind of look the same at this point to me.
Don't worry, you know what you're doing. You're nervous. It's fine.
Looking into it. Oh gosh.
Sword of Thunder has one really neat property in the storyline, and that the Sword of Thunder in the storyline teleports you back to Chiron Fortress, which is fine, excepting of course we're in the middle of a dungeon.
Yeah, we were doing something here.
We were working on things.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, and of course I say takes you back because normally you come to Chiron first, and then you climb Mount Styx and climb Mount Hydra, go into Styx, grab the Sword of Thunder, and then get teleported.
I hit a wrong button and bought a wrong item.
Did you buy not warp boots?
That would be accurate.
Of course, Sword of Thunder is one of the two ways to get to the second, basically what's quote-unquote the second half of the game. Normally you use Change to go through Swan to go through a door to get to this point. But in the randomizer, if you get the Sword of Thunder, we now have access to the backside of the world. So we have access to everything now. We could never walk between the two until we have access to the backside, but now that we're here...
Oh no, I'm too low on magic. This was a very poor plan. That's alright. We'll be okay. We'll just walk out manually.
Right, and so that was the storyline trigger for the massacre at Chiron, where Dragonia shows up and murders everybody. And, of course, you get the telepathic screaming of the elders saying, "Oh god, we're dying."
Almost. Okay, let's see if we can handle that. I have reasonable means to deal with it.
So we're gonna get our first look here at Mado 1. So we're gonna do a boss.
Ow.
Mado 1 is weak to water, and you usually want to have the Blizzard Bracelet for this fight, because as you can see, he moves around an awful lot.
Yeah, he goes down real fast if you've got Blizzard free or Water free or whatever you want to call that sword.
Yeah, it fires off a ring of projectiles that, will hit him multiple times as they loop.
That got a little scary. This version doesn't really do too much in terms of aggressively trying to kill you. It just might take a little bit of time.
Yeah, Mado 2, bounces around everywhere. And Mr. Spokes is correcting. It's nap time at Chiron, and there's the Bow of Sun. Why do we care about that? You're not an archer.
The Bow of the Sun, for the uninitiated, are one of the 4 key items you require to beat the game. So getting the Bow of the Sun right up front is a very, very good feeling.
Yep, you need 5 things realistically to get to the end game. You need the 3 buttons. You need flight because you can't access the last dungeon without being able to fly, and actually you need access to the backside of the world. It is possible to roll a seed where you get all 4 of the items that you need, but no backside world access, so you cannot get to the end of the game.
That is fascinating. I've never had that happen to me. Just usually
yeah. It happened to me on stream. Also, yes, you need a sword. You don't need all of the swords. You just need 1 sword, technically.
The other 3 swords are stand-ins. I don't know how I'm just missing this cave so badly every time I go by it.
I I think the trick I use is I just go diagonally up and left from the whirlpools there in the Angry Sea, and when I see the octopus, I know I'm in the right place.
You know the old saying, when I see the octopus, I know I'm in the right place.
You're a cat.
Okay, now we won't get teleported across the world when we go through this cave. I guess theoretically I could die, but that's not really a teleport.
Have you considered not doing that?
I'll keep it in consideration. I'm gonna get a little bit of XP off these guys because they're extremely easy to kill. And it's free money.
Whenever we pop out here, we're at Evil Spirit Cave, where all the people have been turned to zombies.
Mm-hmm. Ow. It's always soldiers.
And we're going to hike over here, and in here we're going to find Vampire 2, Vampire Updated.
He might actually kill me. Well, only if I don't do anything about it.
Who we are going to stab a bunch and disrespect.
Ooh, I'll take a shield. We do not have the means to fight Sabrera 1, do we? We're missing the sword.
Yeah, we're missing the fourth and final sword. You could theoretically fight Sabrera 1 with... But all your attacks would do 1 damage.
Yeah,
We highly recommend that you not do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna not subject chat to that. Let's go check out some Oasis caves.
Interestingly enough, there is a flag that takes out of the logic sword checks, so that you may be required to kill bosses by doing 1 damage a swing with a sword that they're not weak. We are not playing with that flag because that flag is evil.
I cannot afford the Bork boots. I'm gonna use all of my mana going this way.
Some people like that sort of thing. Yeah, you're very right, Steve. Some people do.
I have killed Kielbasa 1 with Tink Strats. That was fun. Like, for loose definitions of fun.
Yeah, no, that sounds awful, actually.
Alright, not going to go the wrong way 6 times here.
Yay, medical herb.
There are a good 3 checks in here. This is a good, oh. Yeah, there will be 3 checks in here. Well,
Yeah, you actually... Two key item checks and then 2 other checks if you want to take them, but... You do at least have the Sword of Thunder when you come in here. Oh, hey, look, Sword of Fire.
There we go. That's what I needed. Now basically we can go almost anywhere, do almost anything. There's a few items that we don't have that the game won't let us do anything about. Right now my entire Mount Saber North and West are gray, or yellow, or red, which means I can't do anything there, which makes me happy.
Well, you can do it there, but it would require the sword glitch, which is not part of the logic right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we do not need the sword charge glitch to get into Mount Saber right now. It's not in the logic. It's not. The sword charge glitch, by the way, is a way to use sword charges on swords that you don't have the proper charge items. You know, i.e., you could use, if you have any sword with level 3 charge, you can apply that to any sword, you know, by saving and restarting your game.
It's extremely useful, and I'd like to play a seed where you're required to do it at some point.
I think we've definitely done that before in the Discord. So, like, you know, all these options get played with certainly. But now with the eyeglasses, we're gonna go through the hidden passageway, and now we are gonna wake up Kensu. Hi, Kensu.
And he will turn into a Dio's Pendant. Is that the hit point one or the MP one? Yeah.
That's the mana regen one. So, Dio's Pendant actually has a quality of life update as well, which makes it not which makes it work not only when you're standing still, but also when you're moving. Falcon, no.
I think I'm going to do Dragon 2. Or not 2.
Dragon 1. The first Dragon.
Yeah. Oh. I have no means of unparalyzing myself. Wait, yes I do. Admittedly, I've not had many chances to look at chat, so I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, I haven't done the current weekly, but I've seen the flags for the current weekly are designed to be very, very quick and...
Sorry.
Like, intermediate flags are great. Like, this set of flags is great if you're a player who has played other action RPGs before and has a little bit of backing on Crystalis.
Yeah. By no means are they, like, easy flags, but they are definitely a good way to ease into the randomizer, or, like, you know, if you're just trying a less intense experience. Full Shuffle is definitely my flavor to go with.
Yeah, I've been getting my Full Shuffle time consistently under 1:30, except for, like, last night, which was bad, but Full Shuffle can be done pretty quickly in the right situations.
Yeah.
But also... it also really tests your knowledge of the game, because when all the chests are shuffled together, you do need to know where everything is.
It's cheap to stay here. I'm doing it. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, they went down pretty fast.
I know. Also, I think one of the best ways to play, honestly, is shuffle everything except for magic.
Oh, really?
That ends up being really interesting, honestly, because all the magic is in the vanilla places, so you have to actually really work for flight. You end up having to play... You end up playing a lot of the game. But, like, I think one of the biggest things that was added in really early on into this randomizer is just the level of customization is very high for something like this right off the bat, which is really cool.
Yeah. Skeletons are bewildering. Was that 3? That was not 3. No, that was 3. Alright, now for one of the final bosses of the game that will be fighting against the second or third boss. I forget which one we're at. Oh, 4th, I think. Ow.
Yeah, I mean, we've done Mado 1 and Vampire twice. Vampire's a boss, right?
I bet he'd like to be called one.
Technically, I guess?
It's a enemy that appears boss-like. This boss always confused me because he doesn't really attack you directly, it seems. Well, that's...
Oh, that's a good find.
It's a good find. Yeah, that's an okay find, too.
Hashtag go fast.
Yes, indeed. No, let's put our armor on.
Yep. Psycho Armor has been nerfed in this. Everybody might know it in the vanilla game as the most powerful armor in the game, but it's not anymore. It only has 20 defense, thanks to Magic correcting me. But also it does regenerate your health slowly, which is super, super, super useful.
I'm running out of checks before I have to go to Foglamp Cave.
I'm running out of checks before I have to go back to that cursed place. You know it's a bad day when climbing up Mount Hydra looks like a good play.
I always have to. Like, that's the thing. Mount Hydra always wants me to go up to the top of Mount Hydra. Oh, yep. Can't do that. Oh. Wait, Mount Hydra is... I can do this quicker, can't I? No. Is it? Shoot, it's been a while since I climbed Mount Hydra.
I'm not looking at a map right now, I can't tell you.
That's right. Oh, I'm paralyzed.
Oh god, butterflies, why?
And I'm paralyzed. I don't need... I I do need to charge to get up here. Yeah, I'll need to charge to get through here. Okay. So let's teleport back to Goa.
And Dolphin joking that another rando community you're familiar with would call their vampire speed bump. We made that joke on Vampire 1. It is the Final Fantasy 1 randomizer community, which is going to be showcased later in this marathon as well. That's also a randomizer I'm very familiar with.
There's nothing in here that prevents it. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's try to walk up this mountain again. So as it stands, there's a key item up there. All the way at the top.
At the very top, it's the Bow of Sun in the vanilla game, but you need flight to get to.
Which we do happen to have right now.
We had flight for like half an hour now.
Oh god, don't teleport.
I do that so much and I hate it. I always just forget to take off teleport.
Okay, so you stay right there. I forgot where I'm going. I know where I'm going. It's this way.
Interesting enough, the butterflies don't paralyze you until they die, and then they release the puff of smoke that's really annoying.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling. We've not received a single bracer yet, which is always interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, not having any level 3 magic's a little bit odd, honestly.
Please let me open this wall.
Yeah, well, the experience scaling is starting to get there, because we're at, what, 22 key items now, so...
Yeah, it'll be... Oh, it's almost worth killing stuff.
That's a medical herb, at least. That chest is normally a mimic, and now it's not.
Oh my god, Hydra party. Medusa party.
Now it's Medusa lag party.
Change, okay. Change is good.
Change is very good.
Let's just make the quick look of changing the Sahara. So really, all Change is really going to let me do right out of the gate is talk to this rabbit, as I think it's this dude. No, is it not this dude?
No, it's the other dude.
I thought so. Okay, it's a storm bracelet at least.
Alright, we got lag. We got lag lighting.
It means I'm not gonna have a terrible time later in the game. This does mean we are going to a game. Against all odds. Can I buy something to not paralyze? No, apparently I cannot. I'll buy the world's most expensive magic ring, though. Alright, off we go.
Yes, thank you for traumatizing me with the memory of your dead friend. All Dio wants to do is play with you. It's so sad. Alexa, play the tower theme.
Alright, so there's poison dudes in here at least. So if I do happen to make a mistake in getting paralyzed, I can
Yes,
go and
there's only room enough in the memory for one status effect at a time. So if you get poisoned, and then you get paralyzed, your poison goes away, and vice versa. I think there was a seed I was playing where I got paralyzed in a place I didn't want to be paralyzed, so I got myself turned to stone.
Well, that happened right here a minute ago. Not a minute ago, quite a while ago. Ow! Was stone a better status effect for you?
I mean, since the enemy stoned me from, like, a screen away, it was alright, so I made it work.
Ow. No, don't.
The invisible enemies are very annoying. You can't reveal them unless you hit them with a level 3 attack. And even then, why waste your time?
Yeah, then you can just go around them.
That tends to be a big theme of the Crystalis randomizer, is why fight it when you can run around it. And so we're going to be running around basically anything we can for the most part.
Yep, especially with these speed boots. They'll help me get around things very often. Oh gosh. No. No. No.
Speed boots might be the best defensive item in the game. Not getting hit is the best defense, clearly.
Yep. I have one more wall I need to break open.
We're almost there, Kat. It's almost over. We're gonna find out what we left behind all these minutes ago.
Okay, okay. It's an opal
Alright,
statue. It's completely worthless. Okay.
By the way, what opal statue does is it's not, you don't need to have it equipped anymore, thankfully, but it's an item that will give you a one-shot regenerate of your full health from.
Which is good. Alright. I've still got plenty of checks.
I mean, I know what my tracker is telling you is the possible checks right now.
We're gonna get these two out of here. And then we're going to that waterfall cave.
Wait, what two are we getting in here?
I still have to fight the lady.
Oh, we're going back to fight Sabera? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and it's a second check. I always forget about the second check.
Yeah, if it wasn't two checks in here, I wouldn't bother with it so much. Oh god, I'm getting lost. Keep straight on cave. This is good. And I still can't unstone people, so I was trying to save going to that cave for that, but who knows, we won't just find the item there to do it. Okay, let's see. Supposedly it's just Messia. I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. But since Sabera's first attack always goes down, you can actually exploit it, that you can set yourself up to just start stabbing her immediately. Either from the side or from the top. You're going to throw on the shield ring for extra projectile defense.
That went a little rough, but...
Yeah, but that was pretty straightforward, honestly. You stabbed her a bunch.
Yeah, I guess. Get a glowing lamp out of it.
Indeed.
Okay, now I can leave here.
Like a good runner, Cat is not going to forget the second check here, which is good.
Not what I'd consider a valuable get, but a get nonetheless.
I mean, if you've got to go and fight, Sabera too, it's probably pretty good to have.
Yeah. Getting to the point where, like, okay, do I dip into Goa? Or not Goa, Goa Fortress.
The Fortress Dragonia? I mean,
Oh, yes.
maybe do it backwards? I don't know. Backwards is an option.
Backwards
Nobody
is
likes...
an option.
Nobody does dungeons forward in this randomizer. We do them all backwards.
I tend to do them forwards. I like that place.
Well, you're weird, I guess.
I'm into it.
But we're gonna calm the Angry Sea, which will get us access to the one drop here, which is normally where you get barrier.
Telepathy.
Instead, we're gonna get telepathy, which opens up nothing on its own, but with the gas mask opens up the 2 checks in Oak Forest.
You could run through and heal through it also, but it's not recommended.
The forest hurts an awful lot. I mean, if you've got refresh and a ton of mana, you can do it, or just crack herbs, but it's not ideal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did have change. That's good.
And this is the other way you need change to access the back half of the world here normally, by changing into a Dragonian soldier and then telling them, hey, I'm with you. And they go, yeah, I guess you are.
You look a lot like us.
You got the same visor, it's cool.
Alright, this guy.
And of course you have decided on front ways through the fortress here.
Oh, yes. Backway's useful if, like, the first item is the statue. I guess.
Yeah. I just like doing things backwards.
That's also valid. No flying enemies this time. Makes me happy.
Yeah, especially in these narrow pathways, it's really annoying if you end up having to deal with butterflies over here.
Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh, I'm poisoned again. I'm still poisoned.
Multi-poison. It doesn't do anything different, though.
Do I have... Yeah, I have barrier.
Right, so every boss in this area gives us a key item. So every boss is a key item check, and then we get a heal after every boss, which is kind of nice. And so we're going to try and stand in front of General Kelbesk and stab him again. I say again because in the storyline we have fought him once already, but since Randomizer, Mount Saber...
Yeah, things are different. There he goes. Barrier will do short work on it, just because he can't hit you if you've got your barrier up. We'll take a safety save. That was the first boss.
Yep, rabbit boots have a cool property in this, where with rabbit boots you can charge while moving, which is kind of useful, honestly, in a lot of places.
I'd say.
I was using it in Tower a couple of times. It's useful in Tower. It's useful in a couple other places, too. Mount Saber, mostly.
What we're doing now is more or less just going to be like a boss gauntlet. And some small dungeons between.
Yeah, but with Flight, it makes a lot of getting through a lot of them pretty trivial. In the vanilla game, you don't get Flight until after this whole mess of things. Plus you have to go do Mado 1 before this, as well, which is kind of a thing. Sabera comes with 2 new attacks here as well. She comes with her Flame Barrier. Pain to get through a lot of the time. And also, she fires off the spiderwebs that drain out your mana. They'll bounce off Barrier if you have it, but if you don't Barrier them, you will lose a lot of MP in a hurry.
I was thinking maybe I should go to the back now. And just not do this boss. She's going to be a bear to get through.
I mean, you're kind of committed already, but yeah, I could see this being a good thing to skip, honestly.
At least not until I've got another fire upgrade.
Yeah, Fire 2 makes this doable.
Maybe I can just beat my head against it until it's over.
The one thing to note about bosses in this game is that they do start moving faster and getting a little bit more aggressive as their health totals run down, so the faster Sabera is going, the more likely she is about to die.
Let's play it a little safer, because we're this close. She's probably wounded.
You've stabbed her, of course she's wounded.
How dare I? Why don't I just do this? Do I not have... Or she just goes off screen. She's gonna live off in the corner of the map. I think this was a poor choice.
I mean, this is taking a little bit of time, certainly. She does not heal, thankfully, but yeah, she goes up there to hide. And she just goes up there to frustrate you.
Imagine if she did heal.
No, I'm not going to imagine that. That's awful.
I may have gotten a little frustrated with her.
And she is a little frustrating.
Like, oh, she's probably close. I'll just, like, jump in the corner. Not gonna happen. I may take a dive here. Just to get out.
Saberitu is the worst. Oh, you have an opal statue. You won't die.
Oh, gosh.
And the problem is that there's no easy way to sword glitch fire here either, short of leaving and coming back in.
That's actually not that bad of an idea. But we have to take a few steps back.
I mean, you could just use the opal statue to try and charge her down and stab her, because you get like 10 seconds of iframes from it.
That's probably a good plan. I don't need to equip it, right?
No, it'll break when you die. Just make sure she's on screen so that you get all of those frames.
Oh my god, please come back. I feel like I've greatly underestimated her hit points.
She's a tough one. Like, I almost never fight Saberitu without Fire 3 because it's just an awful mess.
Yeah, this sword is
Or like,
a lot of damage.
Or like Fire 2 and Power Ring, or, you know.
Okay, we're just gonna end this.
One of us is going to die.
And I'm fine with dying here, which means we don't have to fight here anymore. Alright, so let's do this. Let's teleport out. Teleport to Goa. Oh no. I may have undone all of my tracking. That's okay.
I mean, I can tell you what you have. I can...
Yeah. Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the back door.
Not yet, Steve says about health being randomized. Hashtag be afraid, be very afraid.
We'll take this long walk. And I'll try to fix my tracker. Can you help me with that?
Yep, swords. You have all 4 swords.
Mm-hmm.
You have every ball but fire. And you have the thunder bracelet. The only spells that you are missing are paralysis and recover.
Okay.
You have the windmill key, the prison key, you have the alarm flute and shell flute.
Okay.
Both lamps and the broken statue.
Alright, you just talk to him.
And the eyeglasses.
Thank you. Both. Alright, because they probably want to watch that. Okay, so eyeglasses, both lamps.
And the broken statue.
Okay. I probably want to keep chat viewing that, because that's important to them.
Yep, gotta know what's left.
Click off on things I've checked on my side.
Also, you have all of the bottom row items in the rings and boots category.
Okay. All the bottom row? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, sorry about that, chat. This fight, much more reasonable. Oh wait, I can just do this.
Yeah, one of the other things is that your sword damage also scales with the number of upgrades you have for it. Unlike in the vanilla game, where each sword has its own power level, you know, all the swords have the same power level, and they increase based upon whether you have the ball and the bracelet.
This was a much better direction. Okay.
Never go in the front door.
Alright, well that's a much better thing.
Falcon, if you stick to in-logic bosses, as long as you're killing a few enemies along the way and just keeping your level pacing with what the game is giving you, it's not bad. Combat's generally not that bad overall. It's just, you know, a lot of the bosses are very annoying in terms of patterns and things, and so you've got to be a little bit, careful at points, but it's never that big of a deal.
I appear to be paralyzed. I'm gonna go elsewhere. Yeah, wow.
I heard Mount Saber is very cold this time of year.
How'd you tell? That's where I want to go now.
I mean, no one ever actually wants to go to Mount Saber. And Steve Hacks, don't come out and tell me some people like that. It's Mount Saber.
Don't just lie to us like that.
But this is the back entrance to Mount Saber North. One of the fixes the randomizer has placed is that you require the prison key to get through here in either direction now. Also requires the Sword of Fire and the Ball of Fire, which is why we couldn't do this forever. And there is General Kelbesk 1, that jerk.
It's a boss I really don't like fighting.
No, the weird patterns on the stones are really annoying, but, you know, with Barrier, you can theoretically walk up to him and do it this way.
There he goes. Okay.
Yeah, with full power sword, he goes down pretty quickly, honestly.
Processes, which one? The red one. Wait, did I go in the wrong door?
No, you're fine, I think.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
The nice thing about not being on full shuffle is that there are only 2 checks on the mountain, and they are very fast to do backwards.
Yeah.
Because it's Kelbesk, and then the key to the prison is normally here in the middle of the game, so it's like, you know, 2 checks in your moment.
Ooh. I feel like I use the in too much, but, you know, I need my rest. Thank you.
It's important. Gotta keep your mana high. And yeah, this is actually a really good randomizer at the end of the day, JLo. Like, it is really well done.
It really is. You'll end up playing a good chunk of the game. It'll be an interesting way through it each time. The route you have to go through things is always different. I'm just kind of describing randomizers in general right now. But
yeah, but it's got a good set of variables for how much randomization you want. Here, we're gonna do the statue glitch here. If you talk to these statues on the right side and then hold down and left and mash the, you will just walk behind the statues and then eventually be able to pass through them.
It's beautiful. You've seen it do it with the Queen's Room and everything. Or no, not the Queen's Room this time. But we've statue glitched, I think, earlier today, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we statue glitch through the guard in Amazonas because she won't let you in if you're a man.
Oh yes, there's that. I don't think she has to worry about anything.
Wow, that got weird. that got kind of interesting in a hurry, I guess. If only it were that easy in real life. I mean...
Big mood.
Same, though.
Okay. So we're kind of getting checks like crazy now.
Yeah, thankfully these are all easy checks through teleport, because these are town checks. The Queen was looking for that plant here, but we do need to make sure that we change before we go inside.
Well, we can change while we're inside.
That too. If you do glitch through and talk to the Queen, though, she'll throw you out.
Oh wait, I'm trying to give her the love pendant. My mistake. Oh, a gas mask! Oh gosh! Oh gosh!
The checks just keep on coming.
Okay, let's just keep going with this thing.
I mean, we can do all the change checks now.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Well, this isn't technically a change check. This is the check that gets you changed in the vanilla game.
Yeah.
This guard is like saying, "Have you seen the great Kensu?" Kensu's got a very high opinion of himself, and so we're going to realize that it's him and paralyze him.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Iron Necklace doubles the amount of armor that you get from the armor that you're wearing, which we don't necessarily care about at this. There's the check in the back of Goa Town, and I mean, I guess there's the gas mask.
The gas mask is a bunch of items, so we're gonna do that. It's been for ages since I've done the gas mask.
Bryn Mare.
Right, no, I want full. No, yeah. It has been literal ages since I've done this, though. I'm really excited to have to do this today.
Yeah, this seed has taken us everywhere at this point. Like, we have been all over the world and back again. No quick bows, no easy outs. Now, of course, if you don't put the gas mask on here, your health will drain out at an exceptionally rapid rate. If you are at this level and you have refresh, you can refresh your way through it potentially, but boy, is that not a good time. Right, to do these checks, you need to have the gas mask to get into here, and telepathy. Dwarves don't speak the common tongue.
Yeah. But you don't have to use telepathy, you just need to have it in your repertoire.
Yep, so we go straight down from the town, we go right and around, and we find Tiny Dwarf Child.
It really hasn't gone far, and for like the only outdoors that this dwarf has, it's kind of like scary that it can't just go hang out places.
Yep, Cool Papa Bell is asking, gas mask is by logic only, can you sequence break here? Can you sequence break?
I don't believe so. You can get here if you have enough health to get through it. Oh, there's a warrior ring at least. Yeah, that's a warrior ring. No, that is... Okay. I believe you could just get here without it. Like you've got the items.
You don't even need it if you're tasked, because you can time it to not take damage. Also, there is a flag in what we call the hard mode flag sets, which includes Hell Run as a possibility in the logic.
Oh gosh.
Which, you know, nobody actually wants to do, but, you know, there are some very interesting hard mode options.
That was an expensive warp boot. A really expensive warp boot.
Yeah, as you can see, the items now. Excuse me. Wow. Don't have a big burrito before dinner. Before commentary. You'll see though that the items cost is getting way up there, and if Kat pops into an armor shop, not that she needs to, you'd see that the cost of armor goes way down.
Oh gosh. Oh wait. Alright, we have found every single ring in this game.
Oh, I didn't know that trick that you could teleport out of it once it starts and it causes you to win instantly.
Yep. Alright. As much as I hate to admit it. Oh, we did that check in the gas mask in the fog lamp cave, right? Oh, why?
Yeah, we did fog lamp cave.
Oh, you know what? Sapphire won't be the worst.
No, I think we're only down. I think we only have 4 checks available within the logic right now.
Yeah.
Oh, only to leaf. It depends on where you go. You missed a check in. There is a check in the town there, by the way.
Wait, was there?
Yeah, you go to the back of the town, the back right building, and change it to Akana.
I need to. I can't do that one yet.
Oh.
I need to let I need to use the ivory statue first.
Oh, right, that's right. You need to transform Kensu back.
Yep.
So we're gonna take the back entrance back into Dragonia Fortress again.
We're gonna dig a little deeper this time. We're here, we might as well take care of it. There's only so many checks left in this game altogether.
Yeah. Oh, Steve is saying that you only need to have the ivory statue. You don't need to turn it in to actually make that check. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Good to know.
Oh gosh. This is something.
Are we getting dangerously close to hundo time here?
We are at 40 of like 45 items or something. Where was I going? I don't like this area at all.
Right, the vanilla game's flag for defeating all 4 generals has the ivory statue. That makes sense.
I am very confused as to where I am right now. I think I'm going the right way. Yes, I am.
I hate this floor in particular a lot, but yeah, I think we're in the good place now. And here is Mato 2.
Why is he so fast?
Because that's Mato 2's gimmick, is he's fast.
Okay, wow, he also deals 1 billion damage.
The Mato murder ball is real. And he doesn't usually sit still long enough for you to get stabs in on him.
He's gonna have relatively high hit points too.
Yep. This place is terrible.
This place is terrible. Well, we're here. We might as well give it one more shot.
Mato 2. More like Mato 2 fast.
Oh wait, I have...
Right, now we're going to show off the power of the Warrior Ring, which is, with the Warrior Ring, you always fire rank 1 charges with your regular sword swings.
There's no reason I should fear any of these bosses.
Warrior Ring is real good, by the way.
Oh god. That's not better than Sacred, is it?
I don't always remember. I think it protects you from Petrify, though. Warrior Ring is also good when we're trying to get caught up on experience, like, say, right now, because boy is it easy to kill enemies on the run with this.
Oh wait, no, that's a good thing. I should have fallen down right away. Alright, let's use the Fruit of Power. Let's get some hit points back. And this should go a lot better. I didn't need to use any of that.
Yeah, that's fine, though.
I know I'm coming up dangerously close to my estimate at this point, but like, we're gonna run out of key items to check.
Yeah, I mean, you also took a couple of gambles on fighting bosses that were tough bosses and had to do a lot of backtracking.
Yeah.
Rando go to rando sometimes, I think. This type of seed, by the way, is why, you know, estimates exist for a reason, and we try to estimate them alongside.
Yeah. This may well just be the worst boss in the game.
Yeah, Warrior Ring Sabera is still a little bit on the long side because the fire ring will protect her from your shots, but
I didn't realize that. I thought it would still go through because she keeps flashing anyway.
yeah, there's a lot of good beginner flags on this randomizer, Steve, that is for sure, which is part of why I'm part of it now and not running beginner flags anymore. Matrick is saying this is technically out of logic because you don't have Fire 3. None of the bosses in here are intermediate guarantees rank 3 for bosses.
Okay. That is interesting to know. Okay, that's fine though.
But we're done in here.
Yep. And we never have to come back. I was wondering why it was always yellow, and I'm like, oh, this is entirely doable.
Yeah, it's technically out of logic on intermediate flags because you are expected to have rank 3 magic.
I always get this backwards. Well, there's our Blizzard bracelet.
Yay, Blizzard bracelet.
Okay.
I mean, we got the Statue of Onyx at least, so that's a check. That's easy. That's a freebie check. Then there's bouncy request.
That's the thing.
Or there's Key to Stixie.
It could be anyone's game now.
Both truth. If you have the warrior ring equipped when you turn in an item, by the way, it does create the greatest glitch in the world, which is just you shooting projectiles. Like, if you time it right, you'll just start, like, spewing projectiles out, and you'll get the projectile sound, and it's hilarious.
I need a map for this. Hold on, I have a good map. Why is it not just open? Okay. Saber West. Do I even have the... Okay, at least I have the bracelet. This is a long way. I should go up the other one first.
Yeah. Also, I think they're saying that they're having audio issues.
Oh, I can fix that. Okay, that should fix it. And if that doesn't fix it, just let me know, everybody.
Alright, we're back.
Cool. Oh, I'm poisoned.
Well, that's just bad.
I keep equipping the wrong sword too, because there's two skeletons here and they're terrifying me. Skeletons, I'd like to nominate as some of the most annoying enemies in the game.
They're not great. But here we are in Tornado Bracelet Cave, one bend around to a back wall, which we're gonna break open with the Sword of Fire. And then we will get the one key item check here, and then Tornal at the top of the mountain will give us a check because we have the Tornado Bracelet.
And the Flute of Lime. The fetch quest continues. Don't worry, everybody.
Yep. Matrick did a whole video series on all of the glitches that you can do in Crystalis. There's not a ton, but you know they're all easy to execute. It's 6 or 7, and they're all easy enough. I learned them in basically one sitting, so it's not hard at all.
Yeah, it's actually really surprising how easy they are to execute.
Yeah, Glitch Dolphin Flight or Ghetto Flight is like the only one that actually requires some sort of frame accuracy.
We're more or less running out of key item checks. Like completely.
Yeah, I think it's this Styx and the Alarm Flute at this point.
We've done Alarm, it's Flute of Lime that we just got.
Oh, excuse me, yeah, Flute of Lime to Unstone Akana and Waterfall Cave.
So at this point, viewers, you have seen the full experience, more or less.
Yeah, no, we're gonna see the entire game probably, except for 1 or 2 checks at most. Hey, an antidote. That wasn't a mimic. Go figure.
Weird.
Wild.
I like when those guys glitch out when they try to throw anything at you.
Yeah, the Axeman is here, and he does task videos. I know he's doing the FF1 task video at Limit Break, but is also tasked, and also plays Crystalis and Crystalis Randomizer at quite a good level, in fact. Don't sell him short, he's actually very good at the game in general.
You gotta know what you're doing, pass it.
Yeah, no, and it is a great game, though. highly recommended that you play this randomizer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Shoot.
Well,
What's our best bet? Okay.
I don't know. Do you want to climb Hydra, or do you want to go Unstone Arcana and get the insect flute from him?
Let's go on Stone Arcana.
There are literally 3 key items left in the game for us at this point. One is a bow, one is the insect flute that will give us access to the one boss in Oak Forest, and one is recover magic, which lets you wipe status effects.
We've got a 1 in 3 chance.
Well, right now we've got, yeah, this is pretty wild.
It's either going to lead us to another check, or this game might...
Or we'll be done. Yeah. It's because I'm around. I'm really cursed when it comes to things like...
I'm really digging the seeds that I roll lately. Like, they're wild. Alright.
Yeah?
I guess I could just have lime through these guys now, but...
I don't even need to glitch anymore, but gonna do it anyway for the swag. Right? Glitching is swag, not glitching is not swag.
I am the witch of it. Oh, I'm not even gonna un-antidote.
This seed is unbelievable.
Oh my god.
I knew it! I knew it! Rokahana's gonna slip us a 5 and give us the insect flute because we really want recover.
Alright, let's go do the thing. What's that town? Oak?
Yeah, let's go to Oak. Let's go into the forest.
This is my favorite boss fight.
I mean, with Flight, this fight is incredibly trivial, thankfully.
Here's my gas mask. Yes, we might as well, I mean,
we're here. It's not gonna take long.
it's a quicker check than climbing Mount Hydra.
The only things that are missing right now, Farron, are one spell, we're missing Recover, and we're missing the Bow of Moon, which we need to access the end of the game. We cannot kill the final boss without the 3 bows, and we only have 2.
What is happening here? Did this get fixed?
Wrong sword?
It's the sword
Wait,
of
did this
fire.
get fixed? Okay, we got the right sword equipped. We're flying. Oh! It did get patched out. Aww. Oh. Well,
There's
we're gonna
always
have to do
that
this
too.
We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way by blowing up the bug. Gonna do our best Starship Troopers rendition.
Oh my.
Is this? Yeah.
I can't even be mad.
Okay, this is so bad. It's good. Would you like to climb a mountain?
Alright, everybody, you're gonna see literally this entire video game you've seen.
It doesn't have to be a mountain. Yeah, Stixie is normally 6 checks in full shuffle and is super exciting to get the key for normally. In this, it's 1 check, and it's a long hike up Mount Hydra, which nobody wants. It's slightly worse than Fog Lamp Cave, not gonna lie. But, hey.
Yep. Can I just fly up there? I don't need to go to any of the doors now. Okay, I can just walk.
I mean, of course this has happened before. Everybody hundos rando seeds. That's why it's rando.
I'm, constantly hunting rando seeds.
I mean, you name a rando that I play, and I will tell you that I've hundoed a seed of it.
Alright, barrier.
45 major items. Technically, you end up needing 5 of them at the end of the day, but yeah.
It's to the right? I hate this place. 'Cause I never...
I think, Sword of Thunder? You got it?
It's left.
Yeah. Right is Psycho Shield, Psycho Shield chest.
This is a great place in Full Shuffle.
Yeah, in Full Shuffle, we're super excited to come up here. It's
All right, who wants to,
6 checks.
Who wants to bet what this item is?
I am Bow of Moon.
Congratulations, you've won.
God, I'm clairvoyant. Yeah, Mr. Spokes, you technically need a 6th item. You either need change or Sword of Thunder to get to here. We're here. We made it.
At long last. All
At long last.
is just to go and walk to the end of the game and kill a few bosses along the way and a lot of enemies. Oh, look who's in the cave today. No one, apparently.
No one, huh? Weird. Cool,
No!
so we're gonna go back. Oh.
Make sure you have flight equipped, folks, before you try to use flight.
Well, you know. I mean, we're not gonna misestimate by much.
Oh gosh. Yeah, not by much at least.
It's fine.
Don't worry, the next runner is going to do great.
I mean, you're doing great. It's just you happen to like orphan the one check that you didn't want to do because it's a garbage check, and of course it turned into that.
I'm just going to always do the bad checks next.
Yeah, no, like that's such a thing. It's like if ever you race randomizers, I think one of the biggest things about racing randomizers is some people will just do garbo checks because nobody else wants to do them.
It's a way to win, that's for sure.
It is also a way to get completely blown out, but it is a way to win.
Maybe you know what, this is a randomizer marathon. Y'all just wanted to see what the randomizer could do, and we're showing you. The whole thing.
This is great. I mean, and the big thing is that, you know, Dragon 2 should be quick. You've got Lag Lightning.
Thankfully.
For anybody who didn't see the fight against Carmine earlier, we are going to break out Lag Lightning for a large part of what's left of this run.
Got plenty of power rings. Oh wait, no, I need to do that.
Right, so we're going to crack the Bow of Truth here. The arrow pierces the heart of the Emperor, and his true form is revealed. That's right. He a dragon. And we're going to walk into his wings because that helps trip the vulnerability because he has to do a certain attack which causes him to shoot lasers, and while he's shooting lasers his heart opens up and he is vulnerable, and Lag Lightning with the power ring does the most damage in the game.
Should be only 2 of those before it goes down.
Yep.
Or you can keep doing this too, that's fine also.
And you just keep bumping into his wings, I guess. His wings are technically projectiles. It's weird. Don't do this without a shield, everybody.
There he goes.
Oh yeah, Lag Lightning also hits the entire screen, so you don't have to aim or try. Oh, shield is irrelevant for wings? I thought you just need to have a shield equipped for wings. That is my mistake. And of course, now it is time for the biggest banger in NES video games. That's right, it's time for the tower theme.
I still, like, I know people go up tower using Lag Lightning the whole time. I'm not sure how they do it properly.
I mean, I've done it with every sword except Wind Sword because Wind Sword is not good. But Power Ring lets you do tons of damage with Lag Lightning or the Fire level 3, or even the Water level 3 if need be. But Warrior Ring, as you can see, keeps these enemies who are shooting these large projectile bubbles at you at bay.
Pretty nice like that.
Yeah, this is one of the preferable ways to get through it. Power Ring strats also exist here, in so much as that you can use the level 3 Lag Lightning with the Power Ring to do immense amounts of damage to the entire screen.
We'll do it on one of the floors. Because why not? Ow. That's so much damage.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we can dismiss... I mean, we can dismiss Flashman from Mega Man 2 if we try hard enough.
Poor Flashman.
I mean, Mega Man music is beloved, but man, it's a lot.
We're almost through here, folks.
Yeah, this part is, like, at this point is gonna be pretty free. We have all the spells, we have all the weapons.
Literally all of them. If you wanted to see all of Crystalis in a randomizer, we've got you.
Interestingly enough, the Rockman 2 Endless Randomizer is not a part of this marathon.
That one went down the stairs.
Oh no, why did it go down the stairs?
It undid the thing.
Yeah, don't chase it. I think if it goes down the stairs, it's just dead.
I have never seen that happen before in my life. And I've played this a lot.
This has never happened before.
Crystalis Randomizer, the complete tour. You know, I didn't mean to be cliche with that sentence. Just so you know, chat.
But I had to go for it. It was there.
Here's my 2 minutes of fame. I don't think I've run a marathon randomizer before, so this is interesting.
You know, while I on the other side, my primary thing is to run randomizers and marathons. At least Cat didn't die and had to redo the entire tower after getting to floor 3.
There's still a chance.
Shh.
That's right.
I recommend
use this extremely safe lightning strat.
Yep, that's fair. And of course, while you're climbing the tower, you do get the storyline that you're actually scientists who froze yourselves after the world ended, basically to let the world fix itself, and the tower was sort of the way that we were going to do it. So, you know, something about robots and judgment and whatnot.
Yeah. I have once played this game casually.
Yeah, first seed's gonna take a while, but after, like, you know, a couple of seeds, getting under 2 hours consistently is a thing. I know I have been consistently under an hour and a half recently. It like, getting consistent and getting fast at this is definitely doable.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of it is just understanding how to avoid enemies, because, you know, based on where you are and the randomized enemies, avoiding enemies is the biggest thing that you can do.
It's very rare I used to run over 130. And lately, I've just been having a few weird runs of this game, where it's just led me all over the world. So here's a plot about swords.
Yep. Tower's starting to crumble at the top. Messia tells you, turn in your swords. This is the eponymous sword, Crystalis. The blade of which this game is named after. It's actually terrible. It actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
if you take it out of the tower, it makes enemies burst into a cool, like, you know, cubic crystal pattern, but otherwise...
You can do that?
Yeah, you can teleport out after you get Crystalis.
Alright, we just need to put Crystalis into the item pool. Oh god, that's gonna be time at fade out.
It's time at fade out, yes.
Wait, that's fade out. That's good.
136.38.
Yeah, I'll take 136. That's fine for a marathon run. I'm not.
Yeah, that was pretty great for hundoing. That's solid for a full hundo.
Yeah, for literally doing everything in this game. That's appreciable. Oh gosh. Okay. Thank you so much, chat. I'm gonna keep this moving on because we have a lot more marathon to do. Let me pull up a cool, like, what's going on next screen for you. I can do... Oh, I got this. Nope, that's the wrong button. Load screen.
Man, I wonder what this Zelda Classic is.
Zelda Classic is really cool. I saw it on the list, and I needed to check it out. And it is not going to disappoint anybody. It is like built from the ground up Zelda randomizer, or a Zelda remake that kind of has a randomizer built into it, and it's got like the first, second, third, fourth quest in it, and a lot more other stuff and like some weird inspired stuff. It is really neat. But I'm gonna get going so the next person can jump on and show you a cool new randomizer. Thank you so much for watching, chat. I'll probably be out there in chat, and I'll hang out with y'all. I'm sorry that went over a little overestimate. That was a little rough, but I want to thank you so much, Demarine, for being here with me. I want to thank everyone else for being here with me.
No problem.
And I hope everyone has a super good night and enjoy the rest of the thing. Tim, did you have closing words?
Nope. No, that was a blast. Stick with us. Again, tons and tons and tons of good randomizers. A lot of them come highly recommended. This one, of course, very highly recommended. But, check them all out. Stick with us, and we'll be right back with Zelda Classic.
Cool. You have a good night, folks.